India, Pakistan agree to full immediate ceasefire. Donald Trump makes big announcement amid tensions. In a significant announcement, U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday said India and Pakistan have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire after days of heightened tensions and cross-border attacks from both sides. After a long night of talks mediated by the United States, I am pleased to announce that India and Pakistan have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire. Congratulations to both countries on using common sense and great intelligence, Trump posted on his Truth Social platform. His message was shared by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who has been holding talks with the top leadership of both countries and encouraging both to de-escalate tensions after the Pahalgam terror attack, where 26 people, mostly tourists, were gunned down. Pic.twitter.com UW7YJZS8 vs Marco Rubio May 10, 2025 over the past 48 hours, VP Vance and I engaged with senior Indian and Pakistani officials, including Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Shehbaz Sharif, External Affairs Minister Subramaniam J. Shankar, Chief of Army Staff Asim Munir, and National Security Advisors Ajit Doval and Asim Malik. I am pleased to announce the governments of India and Pakistan have agreed to an immediate ceasefire and to start talks on a broad set of issues at a neutral site, said Rubio on X. We commend Prime Ministers Modi and Sharif on their wisdom, prudence and statesmanship in choosing the path of peace, he added. Nana and during a brief press conference, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said, Pakistan's Directors General of Military Operations DGMO called Indian DGMO at 1535 hours earlier this afternoon. It was agreed between them that both sides would stop all firing and military action on land and in the air and sea with effect from 1700 hours East 5 p.m. today. Instructions have been given on both sides to give effect to this understanding. The Directors General of Military Operations will talk again on the 12th of May at 1200 hours 12 noon, he added. External Affairs Minister S.J. Shankar said, India and Pakistan have today worked out an understanding on stoppage of firing and military action. India has consistently maintained a firm and uncompromising stance against terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. It will continue to do so. India and Pakistan have today worked out an understanding on stoppage of firing and military action. India has consistently maintained a firm and uncompromising stance against terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. It will continue to do so. Drive S.J. Shankar May 10, 2025. Government sources informed that the stoppage of firing and military action between India and Pakistan was worked out directly between the two countries. Pakistan's Director General of Military Operations DGMO had initiated the call on Saturday afternoon, after which discussions took place and an understanding was reached. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar also confirmed that both countries have agreed to a ceasefire with immediate effect. Pakistan has always strived for peace and security in the region, without compromising on its sovereignty and territorial integrity, he said on X. Pakistan and India have agreed to a ceasefire with immediate effect. Pakistan has always strived for peace and security in the region, without compromising on its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Ishaq Dar Mishaq 50 May 10, 2025. Tensions between India and Pakistan increased after terrorists linked to Lashkar-affiliated terror outfit the Resistance Front TRF gunned down 26 tourists in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam on April 22, triggering widespread outrage and global condemnation. After a wave of diplomatic actions, including the suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty, India launched Operation Sindoor, comprising airstrikes that targeted terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The mission was a success, with several terror camps demolished and high-profile terrorists eliminated. In an unprecedented escalation, Pakistan launched brazen and unprovoked attacks in various locations targeting military and civilian assets, which were thwarted by the Indian Armed Forces. Pakistan launched a drone strike at 26 locations at various locations from JK to Gujarat on Friday night, prompting a fierce response from India. Swipe left for next video. India carried out precision strikes on 8 Pakistani military sites early Saturday in response to a series of coordinated attacks by Pakistan on Indian Air Force installations, including Udhampur, Pathankot, Adampur, and Bujay, as well as civilian infrastructure at the IAF bases in Srinagar and Awantapura, the Ministry of External Affairs Maya said. In response, Pakistan launched Operation Bunyanun Marsis in response to India's strikes on Saturday morning, which was crushed within hours by the Indian military with its attacks in major cities and multiple air bases in Pakistan. Pakistan's Foreign Minister, Ishaq Dar, on Saturday said that his country would consider stopping here if India halted its military action. He also expressed hopes that both nations would hold talks after several nations called for de-escalation. Latest blogs